Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the What the What podcast. This is Harry Creech, your host. Joining me today, as always, with Kyle Whitley.
Hello.
Ashby Breen, as she takes a sip of her hot chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
And also joining us today, because this is a very special episode, we have producer Rickie Liles.
Hello.
There we go.
Funny thing is, like, Rickie probably doesn't listen to these podcasts, so he doesn't know his name's been mentioned on every single episode ever
His
created.
name is mentioned at the end of every single episode.
It's kind of like Where's Waldo?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
somehow.
So I just want to go ahead and jump right into like what we're doing today and give some backstory. Before we do that, if you are listening to this podcast or watching us on Facebook Live and you haven't done this already, please subscribe to us on Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever it is you get your podcast. And of course, rate and review us 5 stars. 5 stars only. If you do not rate us 5 stars, it is very possible that you are a hater and you drinking that haterade. So please give us a 5-star review.
I don't make haterade in this house. Hot chocolate.
We're also
hot chocolate.
We're also on the social media, Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. You can find us by searching for What the What Media.
All one word.
That was louder in my ear than it was on there, I'm sure. But good stuff. And we're also on Twitter, WTW_media, where Ashby and occasionally myself, keep you updated with some pretty good stuff. Today's episode, we've been talking about this for months. This is the greatest toy of all time bracket challenge. And we've officially released a bracket a few weeks ago. Looks like this for those of you watching at home. And we've asked you to submit your entries into this challenge here to let us know what you think the greatest toy is of all time based on this highly debated group of 64 toys. Hunter Batten, who we contacted several months ago, said he would put this bracket together. We narrowed it down to 100 or so toys. He got us down to about 76 or so, 78, 80. We had some preliminary matchups to get some toys into the bracket officially, and we're down to the final 64. And tonight we are going to determine a winner.
Yes, I will.
And ironically, there's no Nintendo 64.
No Nintendo 64. Well, we decided that
there's no console, period.
Video game consoles were too powerful.
That's true.
We felt, the way I think we determined what was eligible for this list was, can you find it in the toy aisles at Walmart or Target?
That makes sense.
Fair.
So I think that's a pretty good way of differentiating if it should be on the list or not. At least, does it qualify? And then we have to determine what makes it great and all that other stuff. And this is a completely subjective list. What you may think is great, someone else may not think. You may be using different standards. It could be, what did you enjoy the most? What did you grow up with the most? I mean, that's been the really cool. We had about 50 entries, people submitting their brackets. And the really cool thing was for like the first 20 or so, none of them had a repeat winner.
Mm-hmm. That was cool.
Yeah.
And so it was just really cool to see everyone's like what they grew up with, what their thoughts were, how, what their thought process was, and just seeing the different generations of people, because we had multiple generations fill this out, and how their toy opinions differed, from bracket to bracket.
We already have a live comment that says, today's episode is brought to you by the letter T and the letter M and the letter N and the letter T.
Yes. Read between the lines.
Kyle agrees.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this is my house. You would understand.
That's fair, and I'm sure we'll get to that discussion whenever we get down to the Friends Envy region of the bracket. Do we want to go ahead and announce our winners for the bracket giveaway now? Do we want to wait?
No, because you do it now, and they're like, oh, cool, I didn't win. Forget the rest of this thing.
We might do that.
I've lost a lot of things in my life, and I've tuned in on many live YouTube streams, Facebook Lives, and the second that I lose a car, I don't care. I'm glad that somebody else won that car, but I didn't, and I have no use for whatever else you got to say now. Let me know the next time you're going to do it.
That is fair.
So you got to wait for this.
Here's how this will work. Then we'll announce a winner probably after the first round, maybe after the second round, midway through the bracket. But we're going to go through this match by match. Rickie will announce the matchups, and then the three of us will discuss. We'll vote, and whichever one has 2 votes or more will advance to the next round.
Do we want to put a time limit to keep it moving?
We should.
We'll try to, if you have an opinion, try to keep it quick.
Yeah. Okay.
So, all right. So, are y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, Ricky, we're ready. Go ahead and get us started. So this is what happens. Oh, there it is.
All right. So in our first match, we have. Now you go. In our first match, we're in the crowd pleaser region. Whatever that means. We have Legos taking on Clue.
Who wants to go first?
Clue.
All right, why?
Oh, man.
Because I love murder mysteries. I listen to murder podcasts. It's a board game literally made for me. Okay. And it's fun to play.
Clue is quite possibly my favorite board game of all time. But it's Legos here for me.
You're going to put this on me.
I am.
First round?
I mean, Legos
We're going to have to break that seal at some point.
Yeah, come on.
I'm not going to let Legos get upset in the first round. It's going to have to be on you. So.
Okay. Well, I will put it this way. Crowd pleasers. So we're talking about crowds or groups or families per se. And I remember as a child, my family would gather around on Friday nights or possibly Saturday, even weeknights. And we're like, hey, let's do something as a family. And we would go and grab a big tub, bring it out. It's full of Legos. We'd all play together. That's a lie. We played Clue every week together. Clue's my winner.
What?
Oh my gosh.
What?
Did Clue just beat Legos?
Clue just beat Legos.
Wow, guys.
We're talking about people tuning out now. You know how many people... Legos
First
was our
round.
most popular winner.
You shouldn't have let me be the final vote.
Wow.
I'll put it this way. Let's straighten this out first before we go. Because this is... I don't want to get halfway through it and then change how we're going to do things. Are we saying legitimately which we think is the greater toy? Or are we saying like... your choice as a favorite from your childhood or
I did
whatever.
my whole bracket based on nostalgia.
I would say your standards can change from toy to toy.
Okay.
I don't care. You can be your experiences. It can be what you actually think the greatest toy is. It can be in that moment, which one you think is better. Whatever.
It's tough because there's that part of me that's like, honestly, Legos is the better toy of all time.
Look, Steven just said Legos because you don't see a dedicated Clue store in the mall.
That's true.
That's fair.
He has a point. I mean, it's 2-1.
It's tough. I want to vote Legos just because if I think of a toy, I think Legos. But I've said what I've said. Let the world hate me.
You went with Clue.
Memories are powerful. They
are. I didn't play with Legos much growing up. I played with action figures. So
that's how this is going to go, ladies and gentlemen. One seed just got knocked out. They're the Virginia of this matchup for those of you who understand sports, which these
I
don't.
don't.
So, Ricky?
Okay, number 2. In this match, we have Candyland taking on the Nerf Vortex football.
Nerf Vortex football. I'm going first.
Okay.
I'm not getting this on me next time.
Well, I will go ahead and vote second then. Nerf Vortex football for sure. And here's why. Candyland to me is a fun game when you're like 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. But it's literally just drawing a card and it has a number on it. It's not even like rolling the dice. You're just randomly picking a card with chance.
Literally, people have gambling addictions
colored
because of
square.
that.
We're playing Candyland at the next 30 days.
Yeah, okay.
Look, I voted Candyland because I used to play it all the time with my dad, and I would wait for him to leave the room, and I would cheat, and I would stack the deck with all the shortcuts.
Yes.
And every time he would pretend that I was just getting, he would be like, "Oh my gosh, you got another shortcut!" Like he didn't know that I was cheating.
Or maybe he did.
He probably did.
No, he definitely did.
So
he pretended.
I was going to say with the
Nerf
Vortex football, like we'd have those at recess, and even if it had like a chunk taken out of it, you could still play with it. I mean,
didn't they make one that whistled? That was like
this is the
one that whistles. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So, all right, Nerf Vortex football 2-1.
Look, I agree. I love Candyland. Candyland made it real far for me, based solely on memories, but I do agree.
All right.
All right, number 3. In this match, we have Guess Who taking on Monopoly.
Ashby, why don't you go first here?
Guess who? I hate Monopoly. I've never had a good time playing Monopoly. But you know what I have had a good time doing? Playing Guess Who with my best friend Noah growing up. We used to play all the time. Every Saturday morning we'd get together and his grandmother would feed us and we'd watch Scooby-Doo and we'd play Guess Who.
Okay. I'm going to go Monopoly here. I'm going to put it on Kyle again. You need to vote sooner.
I'm going to start shouting fast.
I looked at you and I was like, "You gonna say anything?" And you didn't. So I was like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and put my vote in for Monopoly." I feel like Monopoly has stood the test of time. It has multiple versions that it's updated its time or itself throughout the years. You've got like different franchises attaching themselves to Monopoly. Even today, I was at a store and I saw a Friends version of Monopoly and a Harry Potter version of Monopoly. And I think Guess Who has just kind of been the same thing forever how long it's been out. So I don't think it's like evolved over the years. So also Monopoly teaches you about good money management. So I go Monopoly.
I'm not going to take long. I will say I've loved Guess Who as a child, where I didn't own it. So especially anytime you did get to play it was a very like big thing, and you felt really smart by winning. I will say that as I played it as an adult, once you know who those characters are, it's a lot easier to figure out who you're talking about really fast because it narrows it down really fast. Right beside Clue, technically we used to keep our board games underneath the couch in the living room. Monopoly was the other game right beside Clue underneath our couch, where it was something that would bring our whole family together. Now, sure, you would end arguments sometimes because after you've played a game for 3 to 4 hours, like you start yelling or just, I'm tired and I don't want to play anymore, but somebody really wants to win. So I'll just say Monopoly, same way you said. There's been plenty of versions. No matter what age, there's not just a specific way to win. You just go for it and can have some fun.
Right. Well, 3 matches in, we have not had a unanimous winner yet.
Nope. Also, Blanks No One Asked For is in the house.
Yes.
What's up, guys?
Zach Shroud, Josh Quinn, all our love. Thank you, guys. All right, moving on.
All right, moving on. In this match, we have Hot Wheels and combined with Matchbox cars taking on Polly Pockets.
Hot Wheels.
Polly Pocket.
Oh, you're going to put it on me now. Mm-hmm. Do y'all have arguments for why you're picking what you're picking?
Because I'm a girl.
Oh, you're going to go that route.
Oh, it's going to be awkward if I pick Polly Pocket.
I will say... I'll say Hot Wheels just because of the fact of it's stood the test of time, where they've really not had to change much, and it's still just as popular today. I was in Walmart today and went to, anytime, honestly, I'm in Walmart, I go to the toy aisle no matter what I'm there for. I go through the toy aisle and walk through. And honestly, now is the perfect time. Well, not right now because stuff's not there, but there's so many things from our childhood that are back on the shelves now. Like, I literally posted a picture the other day. So many things, literally the exact toys from our childhood are hanging up again. It's hard to know what time period or year it is. But I went through all the entire Hot Wheels section was cleared out in Walmart today. Used to, you would find like tubs like in the aisleway. No, every single Hot Wheel was gone today.
Wow.
So I think that says something.
See, this is tough because when I originally filled out my first bracket for this, I think I went Polly Pocket just because I wanted to see some representation. They also had like a boy version of that. I can't remember what it was called.
Mighty Max.
Mighty Max, yeah.
Very cool.
But upon reflection, I feel like Hot Wheels and Matchbox cars have stood the test of time a little better. And
That's fair.
And I hate it because, I mean, Polly Pocket's a good toy. I mean, it's a great toy. I know we have a friend, Holly, who has this awesome Polly Pocket collection.
Amazing.
And I really wanted this toy to go far. But I think upon reflection, I think I have to go Hot Wheels / Matchbox cars here. So.
Looks like Hot Wheels also won live in the comments.
Nice.
So.
All right.
All right, moving on here. In the next match, we have Star Wars toys versus Battleship.
Star Wars toys.
Star Wars toys.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, it
doesn't matter
what I vote. I'm going to go Battleship, though.
Okay.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. I mean,
You were a kid of the 90s.
but here's the thing. Star Wars didn't come out, was out in the 70s. These are the Kenner Star Wars toys that came out in the 70s. I grew up in the 90s when Battleship came out, and we played that. That was like the dream, you know.
Who dreamed of that?
I did. I loved that.
What nightmares are you having?
Look, I will argue that Star Wars are toys made from a movie, which is pretty easy to do, but Battleship's a toy that actually is so popular it was made into a movie.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, the movie wasn't very good.
Battleship.
Are you serious?
No, you are not.
Just for Taylor Kish.
I
forgot about him.
Are you serious? I've already written Star Wars down.
I'm just kidding.
I get it that I've killed the world with
Star
Legos,
Wars
but we
is
can't take Star Wars out.
Okay.
Oh, we will take them out at some point.
Are you sure?
Yes, probably in the next round, honestly.
Yes.
All right, Star Wars Advances. I'm okay with that, but I'm giving some love to Battleship here.
Okay.
Clearly, I'm here to play devil's
Toy I
advocate.
finally recognized. In the next match, it's G.I. Joe taking on Build-A-Bear.
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe.
Build-A-Bear.
Okay, now we're just being contrary.
yeah.
No. And here's why, okay?
Build-A-Bear is like a store. It's not even like, oh man, look at this toy.
Build-A-Bear is you make your own toy. You literally make your
And you know
own.
what? You have to pay for it.
Yeah,
you pay
do.
them a lot.
Yeah, you do.
You know
but
how many G.I. Joes I can get ready to go with accessories?
First of all, don't yell at me. Secondly,
This is my house. I'll do what I want.
$12.50.
Secondly,
Are we going to have a storm out in the first round?
we might. As a kid, you dreamed of going in and being able to design your own with it. Build-A-Bear is literally that. So I know G.I. Joe was popular in the 80s, but I wasn't a G.I. That was before my time, technically.
That is not true.
Yes.
The TV show happened as we were kids.
I didn't watch it, though. I watched Spider-Man and Batman and Turtles and Power Rangers.
You know what I didn't hear? I didn't hear that you watched Build-A-Bear.
I know. I come to appreciate Build-A-Bear as...
G.I. Joe won.
Yep.
Drink your hot chocolate.
You're right.
You'll feel better.
Okay, I can't wait to see what he's going to vote on this next one. We have Rock'em Sock'em Robots versus Cabbage Patch Kids.
I was going to say, would you like me to go first since y'all have
Cabbage Patch Kids.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Cabbage Patch Kids?
There's no way Cabbage
I'm
Patch Kids
sorry.
doesn't move forward.
Did the
No.
two of you vote for a doll and I voted for robots? Is
People
that what just
literally
happened?
stormed stores to get the Cabbage Patch.
Do you know
I
what
never
year it
got
is, Ashby?
one,
We're not
okay?
living in the past here.
Yeah, but you cannot.
We can like
true.
whatever.
You can't find
That's a
Cabbage
good
Patch
point,
Kids
Kyle.
anymore. You can find Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
I will just say, too, my sister's 5 years older than I am. So all of this came right along in the fact that her getting a Cabbage Patch doll was in that time period where it was really hard to find one. So I just remember like growing up and her really appreciating it and making a big deal out of it. It wasn't just just some random doll. Like it was a big deal.
Very surprised that the two boys voted for the Cabbage Patch Kid.
I like it. I like it.
And Ashby voted for the Rock'em Sock'em
You know what?
Robots.
We are.
Rock'em Sock'em Robots were fun, though.
No, they're
Don't
awesome.
get me
Don't get
wrong.
me wrong.
They're fantastic.
We don't conform to gender
But
toy stereotypes here.
I also didn't have one, and I'm pretty sure I had a Cabbage Patch Kid, so I don't know. I mean,
I had one.
I did not.
But it was Ninja Turtle themed.
Yeah,
it was
I had
Michelangelo versus Shredder in a ring.
Yep.
But
Okay.
I mean, my Ninja Turtles moved into my sister's Barbie dream house whenever she stopped playing with it because that was a lot more cool than like their small sewer play set.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, that's what we got. We're
All
good.
right, next.
Round 8. In this match, we have Lincoln Logs, and Care Bears.
So Lincoln Logs were the original Legos, in my opinion. Like they were the forerunner for Legos.
Do you know when they came out?
Did they come out after
I
Legos?
googled. No, somebody at work asked me the other day, like, what in the world's a Lincoln Log? I googled it. These things are like ancient.
Yeah,
I did not realize they were that old.
I had Lincoln Logs. I mean,
No, I did too. Like,
but I also had a Care Bear. So I
did
as a
too.
Kid, so this is a tough matchup for me.
what was the green one? Lucky.
I had
him. That was
the
the
blue
dog,
one with the cloud on its stomach.
I think I had a star on mine, or like a little star on him. Was it? I don't know.
I don't know. Ashby, would you like to vote first?
Lincoln Logs.
Lincoln Logs.
Okay.
I'm going against, since Cabbage Patch Kids went through, I'm going to send Lincoln Logs to the next round.
What does that mean?
Saying I would have voted Care Bears if Cabbage Patch Kids hadn't gotten through.
Whatever.
What are you voting for?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. I'm putting the votes in.
I'll go Care Bear. They're more colorful.
Cool. All right. That's the crowd pleaser region.
That's a tongue twister.
Yep. All right, moving on.
All right, we're moving on to the classic commercial region.
Okay.
First up, we have Power Wheels taking on Little Tyke's Cozy Coop.
Now, Little Tyke's Cozy Coop got voted in from the fans, just like Clue did. And Clue upset Lego in the first round, but
Wow.
Power Wheels, though. I mean,
Little Coop.
Power Wheels. I'm
I threw my vote out there.
I'm going Power Wheels here.
Little Coop.
You know why I say that?
Why?
Because literally mine, from whenever I was a child, so I probably got it when I was 3 or 4, so we're talking literally like 30 years ago, my nephew and niece were playing with it 2 weekends ago at my mom's house. Same one, still works, never had to get fixed, didn't run out of batteries, didn't break down or corrode.
Yep.
They
I
were
had
out there
one.
having just as much fun rolling around on that same concrete or asphalt as I did as a child. and they weren't having a fit that it wasn't motorized or didn't do anything else. Like they are growing up in a fully technological world. They had more fun pushing themselves around or using their feet on something like that has had no change in 30 years and still works great.
Wow. We so when the inspiration for this podcast came from the New Day podcast, they did their greatest toy of all time bracket. They had a lot of stuff that was omitted that we've included, like Barbie, Transformers are in this bracket. But when they did their bracket, Power Wheels and Legos were in the final four, and we've knocked them out in the first round.
It's fun to watch. Like
that's incredible.
If you're watching us on Facebook Live, it looks like I'm just staring at Ashby's crotch, but like her laptop is beside me, so I'm like looking down and watching your conversation. You guys are like hilarious down here.
Yes, Ivy. Power Wheels just lost to Cozy Coop.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is amazing. I'm glad
I'm keeping up
like,
with your comments. So
I'm glad I'm ruining everybody's party.
Let's move on, Ricky.
All right, moving along here. We're going to go with the next one.
And I'm surprised there hasn't been like an actual full-on argument because, I mean, we haven't really gotten to toys where I feel like we would actually argue about yet.
Right.
But I feel like it's coming.
Probably.
All in good fun, though.
Of course.
Depends on what you vote on.
I didn't want to mention that Lincoln Logs is older than I am.
It's much older than you are.
Much older than I am.
Did it come out when Lincoln was president?
I don't remember. I would say Google it, but it's literally super old. It shocked me how
1800s?
old it is. I think so.
Yeah. Wow.
Because I was shocked that it was that old.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
So, all right.
It came out at the same time George Washington's wooden teeth did.
Nice.
Yeah, same tree.
Yeah.
So we got the 8-9 matchup here.
Yep. Here we come out. Now we're going to go to number 10. Number 10, here it comes. Crossfire. Taking on Operation.
So Crossfire had an iconic commercial, but I didn't know anyone who owned one.
Same. They had the best marketing of all time.
Best marketing of all time.
It was a kid. I feel like it was a dark commercial with fire. Like,
yes. In Crossfire.
Yeah, they had the like straight up metal type song. You had this one kid that looked like the cool kid, like his hair slicked back.
It was the toy that I think everybody wanted.
It's like a Devin Sawa lookalike.
Totally. I feel like he had a leather jacket on. I don't know if he did, but totally could have.
Everybody wanted it, but no one I knew had it.
Yeah, I've never seen one in real life.
Everyone I knew, including myself, had Operation.
Yes.
Yeah, Operation's probably where my anxiety comes from.
Sure.
To this day.
Mine is the like the little pieces, the Perfection game.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
They pop up. That's where my anxiety comes from.
Yep.
I think I'm voting Operation here.
I'll vote Operation.
Operation.
Hey, we got our first. We agree.
There we go.
Yes.
I don't remember a single commercial for Operation.
Hey, Zach Stroud, but I think he had Crossfire as his winner, so we're sorry, Zach.
I got one of these. If anybody wants to buy, I got some nostalgic toys at my house. But the next round goes to X-Men toys, and I have a Mousetrap game.
All right, so
X-Men toys all day.
Yeah, X-Men toys all day, and here's why. Mousetrap looked fun in the commercials, but have you ever actually put it together more than once and enjoyed it?
I was corrected at work the other day. Jason Cockrell told me, you literally, as you're playing, you're putting the thing together.
Yes.
Every time I've ever tried as a child, you tried to set the entire thing up before you ever played.
So that might be why we didn't enjoy it.
He corrected me like, no, you don't set it up. That's part of
as you go.
As you go, like that's what's happening. Regardless, you're not winning. I don't think. X-Men, and I'll say it because there's a lot of action figures in this. Just coming from Eric and I both playing with action figures. Ashby, even though liked Rogue and everyone else from X-Men as well. First, it was an amazing and iconic cartoon that came out that was honestly straight out of the comic books, but the fact is they made really good toys. Now, they're not amazingly bendable and everything else, but they looked just like the characters you saw on TV. They also had play sets, they had vehicles, they had literally anything you could want was X-Men. So I just can't see not voting X-Men on this one.
I'm going to throw my vote behind X-Men there as well, Ashby.
Mousetrap, but it's okay.
For recording purposes.
I didn't have a lot of action figures growing up as a kid.
Next match.
But I did watch X-Men on Saturday morning cartoons, and it was dope. So
we will do an X-Men episode at one point. X-Men cartoon episode at one point. It's been on the schedule before we've taken it off, but we're definitely going to do one at some point. So.
Next one. Light Bright. Taking on...
Eric's digging in the trash.
Drum the roll, please. Bop it.
Oh, no, your battery's dead.
Batteries might be dead.
Bop it. Twist it. Twist it. Pull it. Twist it.
We have a Bop It here.
nice.
I'd choose Buffett.
No one cared enough to bring a Light Bright, so... I mean,
Don't get me wrong, I loved Light Bright.
Okay, I love Light Bright. I voted for Light Bright because sort of like a nostalgia, and also because this is not in the Friends Envy region, but I remember Light Bright being one of the few toys that I desperately wanted and my friends had, and I never got.
My sister had one.
I will say Light Bright was a very fun toy, but as a kid, my creativity in life didn't come until later. As a kid, I mean, honestly, as a kid, trying to mix and match the colors to make cool little pictures or whatever wasn't with the lights wasn't really something I was good at as a kid.
Well, see, I was not coordinated as a child, and so Bop It was not for me.
And Bop It came out I think when we were in middle school, so that was something even awkward me could do and have fun, and even if I lost, it was still fun.
I will say I loved my sister's Light Bright, and we would play it all. Make all these cool pictures. So I did enjoy it. I think it's an amazing toy, especially in that time period where you're not just drawing on something. You literally have something that's lit up. It's really totally different, but the same. I remember middle school. My cousin Lewis had a Bop It. I remember for hours going on playing and playing and playing, trying to beat each other's time and playing that. So I got to go with Bop It.
All right, Bop It advances.
Okay, on the next round, we got the Creepy Crawlers versus Etch-a-Sketch.
Etch-a-Sketch.
Ashby?
Etch-a-Sketch.
Etch-a-Sketch. Yeah.
I never got into Creepy Crawlers. I wasn't one that liked super gooey. I like GAC. That's different, I guess. But, yeah.
I'm surprised that Spirograph didn't make it.
What?
It's similar to an
yeah.
Sort of.
I was really rooting for Magnadoodle to make. I had one of those, and that's in
It's similar.
Oh, yeah, I had a
similar.
Magnadoodle.
Yeah.
All right, Etch-a-Sketch advances with a unanimous vote.
I still like these comments that are going on down here because I feel like every time we vote something, the comment section is voting the opposite.
Yeah. Light Bright all day. They were talking about I still have a Light Bright, and then Stephen Evans said that Bop It was after his time. But yes, we definitely had some Crossfire votes, and then some Power Wheels votes.
Yep.
So yeah, and a Care Bears
and
vote.
Rock'em
Sock'em Robot. So yeah, we're the comment section is agreeing to disagree.
I understand comment section. I understand. To be fair, I didn't vote out Lego or Power Wheels, the one seeds. So that was them.
That's fine.
All right, in the next round we have Skip It taking on Tonka Trucks.
So
Tonka Trucks.
Skip it.
You talk about your iconic commercials. Skip it, skip it. The very best thing of all. There's a counter on this ball. See if you can beat your very best score. See if you can jump a whole lot more. Skip it.
Also, I feel like they trick kids into working out.
They did.
They did, absolutely.
I like Skip It. I think it's a fun game. My sister had one, or fun activity.
I will say about Skip It, it is murder on your ankles as an adult, and it might even be as a kid. You just don't notice it.
For thicker socks.
But it's worth a vote for me for the next one.
Okay.
So Skip It.
Yep.
We at least got to say a little bit about Tonka Trucks. It's gone on forever. Same way they were very older toy, straight up metal toys.
I've got one.
And it's
my dad has a whole collection of them. I think I have one in the car, and I just forgot to bring it in. But
I still have them, mine from my childhood at my mom's house. I had that and the fire trucks built kind of by the same company, same all metal. I don't know. There's something to be said about a little kid just playing in the dirt and just using that just nonstop, just pretending for no reason you're digging holes. But it's definitely an iconic toy. I didn't beat Skip It, but it could deserve it, I guess.
Look, Skip It. Skip It's unbeatable.
Well, let's just skip it in.
all right.
All right, next round is Wrestling Buddies taking on the Hungry Hippo.
Oh, is this what Wrestling Buddies are?
Yeah.
I've never had one of these or seen one of these.
I got one when I was 3. Actually, that one when I was 3.
I think I had an Ultimate Warrior one.
So can you actually wrestle it? That's what it's supposed to be. You throw it around.
I think
and
it's like a pillow also, though.
jump on it.
Sort
yeah.
of. But yeah, the idea is that he's your size so you can wrestle him, do whatever, your moves and elbow drops and leg drops and everything else.
I'm going to go ahead and say, I loved Hungry Hippos. Fantastic game, and I do a version of that game in class, with the scooter boards and stuff, where they have
It's got Ashby in a headlock.
Yes, it does. Where they have like little laundry baskets and they have to go get the balls on the scoreboard. So it's a version of Hungry Hungry Hippos. Mm-hmm. But I'm a big fan of the nostalgia here with Wrestling Buddies, so that's my vote.
Hungry Hungry Hippos. It's all you, Kyle.
The fact that I own that Wrestling Buddy is one thing. The other fact is I rarely played with that thing growing up. That's why it's in such great condition. Hungry Hungry Hippos.
Wow.
Ooh.
Don't get me wrong, like it's fun, and I even had a Macho Man one because they continued them.
Look, we had a vote for Hungry Hungry Hippos online too. So.
As we got older, like in middle school, when wrestling was super popular, or like elementary and middle school, they made them that made noises. So as you did, it's like bone crunching noises in action. Like so, it was a little bit more, and I think it's an awesome idea. But I definitely have many memories playing Hungry Hungry Hippos.
All right, next matchup.
All right, last one in this category. You got a friend in me, Mr. Potato Head, taking on Sock'em Boppers.
Sock'em Boppers.
I know what Sock'em Boppers are, but I don't think I was really given the opportunity to play with them. So I picked Mr. Potato Head because he's iconic enough that he made it in Toy Story.
That's true.
That's true. And this was another like really tough matchup for me. But as someone growing up, Sock'em Boppers were like the safe way to do boxing. Mm-hmm. You know, to beat up on your friends without.
To be fair, it's not that safe. Like it hurts if you do it. You know, yeah. I've had friends that I in high school that played with them.
But I don't know. Potato Head's iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's true.
That's true.
So are Legos.
But then again, I did say your standards can change from round to round, and
that's true.
Mine might. So
okay.
I'm gonna go Potato Head here. Sorry, Sock'em Boppers.
I'm fine with that.
I'm going Potato Head.
Well, the same way. It's an idea of a toy that really did not have to change much over time, but still sells, I'm sure, millions every year. If not millions, at least thousands.
Okay.
All right, we close out that bracket.
Going over here to the holiday.
We're going to the holiday craze bracket, where we have Barbies taking on the Rubik's Cube.
Barbie.
I was going to say, I dare y'all to vote against Barbie.
Barbie.
And y'all didn't go with G.I. Joe?
I did, Rickie.
G.I. Joe Advance.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. I'm going to vote Barbie, too. It's iconic, just like Lego and Power Wheels. So,
okay.
The other one seeds in this bracket, so Barbie advances.
All right, let's move it on then. Number 18, Furby taking on Ty Beanie Babies.
Actually, I think Zach Stroud had Furby winning instead of Crossfire. I think Crossfire was Matt Starling's winner pick.
If you hear that in the background, it's my lovely daughter, Sky. She just wanted to join in.
Making her podcast debut.
Cameo.
Mm-hmm.
These toys were both popular in the 90s, and I didn't care for either one of them.
I'm going with Furby.
I think I'm going to go with Beanie Babies here.
Beanie Babies. I still have all of my Beanie Babies because my mom swore they're going to be worth something someday.
Because
I'm
like pretty sure
that are, but maybe you've got one of those. Only thing I'll add about Furby is I remember that besides like Tickle Me Elmo, and I feel like we were out of the age bracket when Tickle Me Elmo came out, and there was the giant thing. For me, Furby was the first time like I realized, or at least saw on television and everything else, something that was crazy that people were going hardcore for trying to buy because it was so like the toy that year. And I remember my sister got one. My sister didn't want one, but the fact that everybody was like, it was so rare and you had to have one, like they thought my sister just had to have one. I remember it being really creepy. Like you'd be asleep in the middle of the night and all of a sudden that thing wake up and start talking and saying gibberish. But I can go along with Beanie Babies because there was a huge giant craze over that as well.
Yeah, very true.
Very true.
All right, taking on the next match is going to be Scrabble taking on Pokemon trading cards.
Oh, Pokemon.
Pokemon.
I'll take Pokemon all day.
Put some respect on that. So.
Pokemon.
Right.
Pokemon all day.
I was a big Pokemon trading card fan growing up. I actually had a first generation Charizard that I ruined as a kid. But that would
could have retired at this point.
I could have, exactly. Well, I would have had several $100s at least. But, but yeah, like an idiot, my first pack I ever opened had the Charizard hologram first edition in it, and I took it to school the next day, and it got bent up. So, because I was an idiot. But yes, Pokemon trading card game for me. Scrabble, I mean, it kind of like got a little more popular with like Words with Friends and your app and whatever growing, as we got older. But who liked spelling as a kid?
I played Scrabble.
Of course you did.
With my grandmother all the time.
That's
I still
why
play
Ashby's
Scrabble.
like vocabulary is so much better than ours. All right, and friends for some reason.
What you doing, Ricky?
I don't know. Phone's got a mind of his own.
Right.
Whoa!
Gonna be this way.
All right, Ricky. That's more than 15 seconds. We're going to get sued here.
All right. It's off.
I'm gonna hit the pause button here.
I did.
And then you get out of it.
That's what I did.
I don't know how you got in there, but Pokemon Advances. Sorry, Scrabble.
That's okay.
Trading card.
I will write a strongly worded letter to the podcast.
Yes. Write one to Hunter Batten for putting them against each other.
Okay.
All right. Okay, we're going to move on here next. My phone won't do weird stuff again. Troll Dolls versus Razor Scooter.
Man, this was tough.
Well, Razor Scooter was technically like behind us. Like
No,
it
wasn't.
No, I'm pretty sure it was. Like when we were like middle school, high school. Like
They were popular in middle school. For middle schoolers.
I don't know.
The same way skateboarding was very popular.
Skateboarding was more popular to me.
Well, it was.
I don't think Razor Scooters came out until like the 2000s.
That's when I was in middle school.
I was in high school in 2000.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I
My
was.
sister graduated in 2000.
I know. My first year in high school was 2000.
I don't think so.
Fall
I
of
was
two-
in 7th grade.
Fall of 2000 was my first year in high school.
I think you're wrong.
I
I
think-
graduated. I was in 7th grade when my sister graduated.
Dude, I graduated in 04. So 04. So fall of 03 would have been senior year. Fall of 02 would have been junior year. Fall of 01 would have been sophomore year. Fall of 2000 would have been freshman year.
But there's 2 years in there.
I know, 2000, 2001.
Either way, they came out. It was cool.
What are y'all voting for?
Alex West had one. He could do a
Troll
tailspin.
dolls.
I didn't have one. I had troll dolls. So-
I literally had a troll sleeping bag. Like I was very into trolls.
And this wasn't like trolls that you know now. These were like the like
You
almost
brush their hair.
slightly creepy little with like the jewel.
They have a
and
jewel in
And
their
their
belly
belly
button. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, they looked a little bit like the trolls movies. Like, I mean, yeah, but slightly creepier, I guess. I don't know. Not quite the same.
I'm gonna
They
go troll,
didn't sing.
I'm gonna go troll dolls.
Okay.
Yeah,
Since, you know, Razor
I'll agree
Scooters-
with it. Don't get me wrong. Like I fought a hard fight for Razor Scooters just because I remember them, but I also had giant feet, so I couldn't really ride one very well.
That's true.
And I had troll dolls. Oma can't hear us. We're not talking loud enough for the Facebook Live camera out there.
Well, okay, cool.
Talk louder.
We will. Yes. All right. Next up, Rick.
All right, next match is the Talk Boy, Talk Girl taking on Jenga.
So, like, Talk Boy was originated in Home Alone 2. And because Kevin McAllister had one, I wanted one. I actually got one for Christmas that year, or the year that they came out. I think it was the year after Home Alone 2 came out. They started marketing them. Basically like a souped-up Walkman, but we're like a little recording microphone. But I was better at that than building Jenga. So, Talk Boy for me.
I mean, I didn't really have a talk boy or a talk girl, so I voted Jenga just because I played it a lot. But
I'll say I had a Talk Boy, but I think the idea for me of having one was a lot cooler than actually having it.
That's true.
Because I remember more so pretending I was Kevin McAllister at that point, just being like, it was an accessory for me. I enjoyed it. I wish I wouldn't have given mine away whenever I cleaned out my closet a long time ago because it would have been cool sitting over here on the shelf. But at the same time, I think I've had many more exciting times with friends or family, like sitting around playing Jenga. It's not like a go-to for me, but overall, I feel like it's more fun to be a part of.
I think that's fair. So, you're going with Jenga?
Jenga, yep.
All right. Jenga advances.
All right, Plato taking on Tickle Me Elmo.
Play-Doh.
Plato.
Play-Doh.
That's easy. Sorry, Elmo, you were...
He's gone.
Yep.
Maybe. All right, the next round is Littlest Pet Shop taking on, I'm going to get this one right, Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi.
Look at you.
Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi.
Same
Boom.
way. Middle school. Was that middle school or elementary school?
That was late elementary, early middle school.
Yeah. I kept it in my backpack, and you weren't supposed to have them at school, so you had
No.
to hide them from the teacher.
Yep.
But you had to take it out because you didn't want your pet to die. You had
Right.
to feed them.
That's right. I remember
Your responsibility.
in 5th grade when they were very popular. So, all right, next round.
All right, Power Ranger toys taking on Teddy Ruxpin.
Power Rangers.
Power
Power
Rangers.
Rangers.
I actually have a Power Ranger action figure, but I can pull it out for a later round if we need to. But Power Rangers for sure.
We put that in there, and Brandon Evans does like a weekly live on from his window tinting business. and his coworker Tabitha was like, "What is a Teddy Ruxpin?" And then Brandon asked me what one was, and I had to explain it to him. I did too.
I had one.
I feel like their mouth always fell off the bottom one, and it was very creepy.
Yeah, it's very creepy.
All right, that closes out that round. We're going to enter into our last round. It's going to be the Friends Envy region.
Mm-hmm. Ninja Turtles.
Wait for the matchup.
I don't need to.
RC Cars versus Barbie. No. Ninja Turtles taking on RC Cars.
Ninja Turtles all day, every day. If I voted out, it's okay. I don't care. But
it's Ninja Turtles. I just wanted to make Kyle sweat a little bit.
I'm not going to sweat.
I voted RC Cars.
Which is fine. I'll just say Ninja Turtles in general is not even just action figures. It's literally everything. The same way that Barbie is everything. I have suspenders that I never wore as a child, but have Ninja Turtles on them. I have Ninja Turtle underwear. I have Ninja Turtle pajamas. I have Ninja Turtle absolute toothbrushes. Every single thing you could have. This is just my toys. Over here, I've still got stuff in my attic upstairs that are tons of other things that just as a child you got. And it's one of those things that two guys hanging out in an apartment created, trying to just think of something goofy that turned into something that changed the world that still has different types of it. I mean, they're working on another movie as we speak. So it stood the test of time. So absolutely. I'm not going to say it's going to win because I know it'll probably get voted out at some point. But
it would be hard to vote out, I will say. It's a deserved one seed.
Yeah.
I like Ninja Turtles, but I just never got super into it. And I remember playing with RC Cars. We had a few of those. We had the one that would go and flip up the wall and back, and then that was really cool. But it looks like we have some turtle love.
Some turtle stands in the crowd.
Yeah, from the Facebook Live.
I like Steven Such's thing. It says Ninja Turtles is a culture like hip-hop.
Yes. He also
That's fair. And Vanilla Ice is part of the Ninja Turtles universe. So
he cried and said, "Y'all are heartless" when we got rid of Teddy.
He deserved it.
Old Teddy Ruxpin.
I mean, which Power Ranger are you going to kick out?
If he would have kept his face together, we would have maybe thought about it.
No, I wouldn't have actually. But yeah. Moving on.
All right. We got the Easy Bake Oven taking on Yo-Yo.
Easy Bake Oven.
Yo-Yo.
See, I hate to vote against Easy Bake Oven, but I actually never had anything cooked from an Easy Bake Oven.
Oh, man. It was actually pretty good. I mean, I'm sure
but I did have a yo-yo where I could do walk the dog, I could rock the
Sure.
cradle, I could do the elevator.
Whatever.
I could do all the.
You could do the
cool,
percolator.
Yep, I could do all the cool tricks. So yo-yo for me.
Okay.
I just want to say, I didn't get into yo-yos as a child. It was more middle school, which still was
Middle
a child.
school, yeah.
But yo-yos came around like skateboarding did, and everything else. It was a giant culture thing. Where Interskate, it used to be just where you would go to hang out with friends or go on dates and skate around the roller rink. It turned into halftime shows of yo-yo competitions in the middle of the skating rink. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it definitely changed the world in a mighty way at that point.
My dad could yo-yo.
Really?
So it's very old too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yo-yo.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
it's very, very old now. All right. Moving on here.
Blank someone asked for also voted yo-yo.
Nice.
All right, we got the Nerf Crossbow taking on the Super Soaker.
Super
Soaker.
Super Soaker for me as well. I feel like, not that water's necessarily unlimited, but you have you can always fill it up in your kitchen or your outside spigot. It is an outdoor toy, so that might be an issue going into later rounds, but I felt like, you always had ammo, whereas with the crossbow, if your, thing tore up, you were done,
I do want to throw out there, just for the sake of it, I have one of my favorite childhood memories was the year I got the Nerf Crossbow. My cousin Lewis also got one, and I remember our parents not yelling, but telling us that we couldn't play with it inside because we were going to break something at my grandparents' house.
Shoot you out, kid.
Which turned into my dad and Lewis's dad shooting everybody inside the house with their crossbows.
I think that's fair.
So it was one of those great memories for me.
Sounds about right.
So, yeah.
All right. Radio Flyer Wagon taking on Batman Animated Series toys.
Batman.
I'm throwing Batman, but it's because I think the wagon's an iconic thing, but I don't know so much about it just being especially through our childhood.
I had a wagon.
And is the wagon a toy? What can you do with it? You have to either be pulling something in it or you're riding in it, but then someone has to be pulling you.
We used to get in it and roll down the driveway and steer it and turn it upside down and skinny.
So it's like a sled.
We use it as a sled. We also, they were building a lot of houses, and we used to collect the Pepsi bottles. Used to carry them to the store and get a nickel for them. That's how I got my baseball card collection.
I'm going to give some love to the wagon here, not out of any diss to Batman. I just want to give it some love. But Batman, I think deserves to move on. So, Batman advances.
Okay, rollerblades taking on slot car racetracks.
Rollerblades. I'll never forget my first pair of rollerblades.
Same.
I was unstoppable.
I think I still have scars on my legs from my first pair of rollerblades. Not from falling, just I was fat and my legs turned inward, and they dug into the plastic of my rollerblades dug into my fatty calves.
Yeah, rollerblades.
Sacrifices had to be made.
Rollerblades, like you talked about, were kind of like a culture in middle school where you'd go to the skating rink on Friday and Saturday night. So.
First date was at a roller rink.
So. Rollerblades advances 3-0.
Number 30, Ribbon Dancer taking on American Girl Doll.
This is where I feel like me and Kyle's votes are kind of like...
No, it's not Ribbon Dancer all day.
It is
Ribbon Dancer
Okay.
all day.
All day.
I remember watching that commercial and I was like, I'm sorry, you're telling me I can do an interpretive dance with a ribbon?
All right.
Say no more.
I will give Ribbon Dance a shalom.
I said, my best friend growing up was Molly Goblin, which was a girl, so I played with all these toys outside. I had plenty of opportunities just to pretend, and it was amazing, the fact that you could draw your name in the air and everything else with that.
Yeah.
Totally.
All right, Ribbon Dancer 3-0.
31, My Buddy's Kid Sister taking on Uno.
I feel like My Buddy gets thrown in there because it was an iconic commercial, the same way, and Chucky kind of got formed after that.
I think they were creepy.
They were, but I think a lot of being creeped out was because knowing what Chucky turned out to be, and it resembled him very much. I just feel like I just remember a lot of the commercials every year throughout our childhood. He didn't change, but he was still popular enough every year. I want to throw out too. Stephen Such said Rollerblades, but Mighty Ducks 2 played a huge influence in me wanting a pair.
Oh, that's fair.
Mighty Ducks in general opened hockey to us and also rollerblading to us to want to go outside and do things like that. So totally agree with that.
Yeah, because those Southern children weren't getting anywhere near an ice skating rink, so rollerblades is what was left to us.
What's ice skating?
Exactly. Exactly.
All
right, we have the next round. We have the Transformers taking on Baby Check-Up Dolls.
So Transformers were left out of the New Day bracket altogether, and there was a big to-do about that. So
I'm taking Transformers.
I'm taking Transformers here as well.
Baby Check-Up Doll, obviously.
My sister had one. It was awesome.
It was
it was definitely cool.
You could check her temperature and give her medicine.
I do think it was cool, but I think especially as a child to know it was like 2 toys in one. But have a transformer that you could change a robot into an actual car that rolled and everything else. So,
all right, that's the end of the first round. So we're down to the round of 32. Y'all want to keep going and then announce our giveaway winners after the second round?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we'll wait on the grand prize to the very end.
Yeah. We'll announce our third prize winner at the end of the second round. Then
also, big thank you to everyone who is participating on Facebook Live.
Seriously,
we hear you. We see
love you. Yes,
Stephen, Ivy, other Steve, blinks no one asked for.
Yep. Thank y'all for participating and being a part of this, and we really appreciate it. So,
I got a feeling this is where it's going to get ugly.
Maybe we'll see.
Second round. First up, here comes Clue again versus the Nerf Vortex football.
Nerf Vortex football.
Nerf Vortex football. Clue shouldn't have made it. I would have voted.
Whoa!
I would have voted Nerf football over Lego here, though.
Clue shouldn't have made. You voted for Clue. You helped me vote it in. What are you talking about?
First of all, I didn't vote in any of those matchups. I was an impartial host. There.
I helped vote Clue in.
So,
Never
mind. Give him some nudges. It's fine.
But Clue is my favorite board game of all time, but it's not better than Nerf football. So.
I will say I don't like playing Clue with Eric. So
I'm a jerk when it comes to Clue. Yes.
Clue is thought provoking. What are you gonna do with a Nerf football? Just
you're gonna throw it. You don't need to think,
and it's gonna whistle.
Yep.
Lame.
All right, moving on. Monopoly. Hot Wheel cars, Matchbox cars.
Hot Wheel cars.
Ashby.
Hot Wheel cars.
Hot Wheel cars. Sorry, Monopoly. I know we had a couple of people pick Monopoly to go pretty far. Didn't Whitley pick Monopoly as her?
I will say Whitley picked Monopoly to win, but as she gave me her form, she said, I honestly can't say that Monopoly is the greatest toy of all time, but that's where it ended up at. So, She wasn't even 100% positive of that answer, but
All right.
it is good. I mean, got to give it enough.
Star Wars versus G.I. Joe.
See, I didn't vote for either of these, so this is tough for me.
G.I. Joe.
I know which one I'm voting for. I want to see what Kyle votes for.
Well, like Star Wars is like the galaxy version of G.I. Joe. Pretty much. I will say for myself, it's tough because we said Star Wars is the Kenner version, and I didn't have the Kenner version, so I don't know if I can officially vote for it.
That's true. None of my Star Wars toys were original.
No, mine were the ones that aren't worth anything because it came out,
Plus, I remember when Hunter got G.I. Joe, and then my Barbies and his G.I. Joe would play together.
No, wait, that's a whole other thing because which size G.I. Joes did he have? Did he have the small ones or
no,
ones
he
that
had
were literally
Ken
the
doll size
size?
G.I. Joes, and they would save my Barbies, and they'd rappel down from the top of the garage.
I will say I did have those, and I thought it was really cool. I even had a Jeep Bronco thing that they fit in and shot a missile and stuff. And I remember tying a rope to my bunk bed and letting them slide down on the rope, and it was really cool. But I got to go Star Wars just for how iconic it is. Like I said, those toys are still highly sought after today. They are super high end on the collectible side of things. The same way, but I voted Ninja Turtles. Star Wars is the exact same way. You can get anything in Star Wars, especially with the Kenner version that we're talking about. So I will vote Star Wars.
I'm also going to vote Star Wars because I think I just enjoy that franchise more than G.I. Joe.
Well, thank God, because otherwise Steven was going to throw his phone across the room.
Oh. Well, we don't want that. So.
I vote G.I. Joe. That's tie now.
He said, wait, I've been voting all along.
Wait, what?
I forgot to vote. We got to go back and start again. All right.
Does Lego beat Clue? I'm just kidding.
No.
Cabbage Patch Kids. All right, y'all guys are going to have to pick one. Lincoln Logs.
Cabbage Patch Kids.
Cabbage Patch Kids.
Oh.
I'm going to vote Cabbage Patch Kids because they are iconic, but I'd also like to take this moment to let the listener know that I looked it up, and Lincoln Logs were invented in 1916.
Oh, not the 1800s.
Not the 1800s.
It still is very close.
But very old.
That's what
1916.
It's closer to the 1800s
Still over
than it is the
100
2000s.
years. Yeah.
Yeah, wood was invented back then.
Yeah.
Yes.
What existed then?
Yes, back in the day. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's when the guy had to whittle them things out.
Jumping to the classic commercials region now.
All right, Little Tykes Cozy Coop versus Operation.
Little Tykes Cozy Coop.
Little Tykes.
Operation. But
Operation.
the 16th seed moves on again.
Okay,
Wow.
here we come again.
Get it, Villanova.
X-Men Toys.
Wait, did I use that correctly?
No, you didn't.
Dang it!
As far as I knew, you did. I was like, yeah, throw it out there.
The 16th seed that beat Virginia was University of Maryland, Baltimore County. So that's
Sure.
Okay.
yeah.
That sounds like something.
We
Yay,
also would have
UNCA.
taken Chaminade because they upset Virginia in the 1980s as a Division II school.
Blanks no one asked for is with you, Eric, on Operation. So.
Thank you, Zach.
I also like their acknowledgement of Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought that was the best thing ever as a child. Like getting
And
the sticker
there's actually
cards and
Garbage
everything.
Pail Kids novels that are being rebooted by R.L.
yeah?
Stein.
Did you ever see the movie as a child?
I did not.
The Gator Kid bit people's toes off at a bar. As a child, I watched that with my babysitter. I only stayed with her until I was like 4. So
Seems
that's
legit.
something. Yeah, it was good. A lot of puke.
Next round.
I forgot where it was at. Or X-Men Toys versus Bop It.
Bop it.
That's tough.
Look, I mean, I think Eric's right when he says, we literally have a Bop it here.
I have
still
X-Men toys in
exists.
my attic.
You didn't care enough to get them down, though.
It's
Yeah.
it's heavy.
I'm
There's
saying,
a lot of toys
I
in that
cared
thing.
enough to ask Ivy to find her Bop It and went out and bought batteries for it so we could have it here tonight.
You literally asked
Bop
somebody
it.
else to do it.
I know.
I could have asked you to get in my attic. And
Twist
You
it.
could have. I would have said no.
see,
Ivy said yes.
Bop
So.
it.
I'll let this slide and not go hardcore, so I'll pick Bop It.
Oh,
But
well, okay. I'm going to give some love to X-Men toys then.
they deserve it, but
Bop It would have been my vote regardless. So, cool deal. Cool deal.
We had 2 votes for Bop it and 1 vote for X-Men Toys Live.
Nice.
Okay.
Bop It moves on.
39. Etch It Sketch. Etch a Sketch. And Skip It.
Skip it.
I'm going to go with Skip It.
Yeah, skip it.
I like Etch a Sketch, but literally you lean the wrong way and it's gone.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
let's skip it then.
Tenuous.
Yeah, exactly.
Skip it.
Skip it on. All right, we're skipping on now. Next round. Hungry Hippos versus Mr. Potato Head.
Mr.
Ooh,
Potato
this
Head.
is tough. What?
I'm going Potato Head.
I'm going to go Hungry Hippos here.
So Mr. Potato Head, has remained relevant because he's in Toy Story. But Hungry Hippos, people clearly still, that game resonated with people because there's a live action version of it that people play at parties. Haven't you seen that on, TikTok and Instagram where they get on little wheels and, you grab their feet?
Yeah. I mentioned in the last round I
Yeah.
do that with my students.
Yes. I'm going to vote Hungry Hippos.
That's fine. It deserves it, too. I'm not against that.
Okay.
Also, if you hear a whining noise, that's my dog in the other room.
All the debuts today on the podcast.
Everybody's making noises today. That's him.
Okay, next round is Barbie. We're taking on Beanie Baby.
Barbie.
Barbie.
Yeah. Barbie's a juggernaut.
Because, she's iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Even though,
Okay.
again, maybe my
All right.
Beanie Babies will be worth something someday.
Let's hope so.
Number 42, Pokemon.
what I said.
Pokemon trading cards. Troll dolls.
Troll dolls.
Pokemon trading cards.
I'm going to go with Pokemon because the resurgence that's going on right now or the past few years for Pokemon cards all over again.
Yes.
That, my nephew was having a fit wanting a Charizard card. He didn't even know what Pokemon is, but, he was excited about the possibility of doing some of those things, so I will go with that.
Cool deal.
Number 43,
Oh, we've got some new people joining.
Jenga. Taking
Karen.
on... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say Karen joined, Audrey.
Oh,
We
that's
just
the
got
Wiz.
some new people.
That's
And
the Wiz.
Karen voted for Barbie.
Nice.
That's the Wiz.
Nice.
Hey, Karen.
All right.
All right, Jenga taking on Plato.
Plato.
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh, for sure.
I never wanted to eat a Jenga block.
All right, here's this.
Play-Doh's non-toxic. I'm just
Hey,
saying.
but if you let Play-Doh dry out, it can become a Jenga block.
That's very true. Don't put the lid on.
If I had some Play-Doh here, I would make an elephant.
Okay, well.
It's kind of like a question nobody can ever answer. Why does soft cookies get hard and hard cookies get soft?
That sounds like a country song.
All right, next round. Here's this toy again. It sounds like it needs some powder. Tamagotchi versus the Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi's amazing, but Power Rangers hitting such a giant.
Tamagotchi
way.
was such a cultural touchstone. Speaking of, it's Christmas time. I remember the Christmas that I got a Tamagotchi in my stocking.
I would just say the Power Rangers were a cultural
I remember-
touchstone, and they stopped traffic on the Los Angeles freeway because they heard the Power Rangers were going to show up.
Look, I was always the
Tamagotchi
Yellow
never
Ranger,
did that.
okay? But
I'm about to say, I
love my
also
Tamagotchi.
never went out at recess and was like, I'm the yellow Tamagotchi. No, we were all Power Rangers.
And no one wanted to be the Blue Ranger.
And Eric was the blue
And
Ranger.
all the girls didn't want to be the Yellow Ranger.
I wanted to be the Yellow Ranger because I hate pink. Pay no attention to this cup.
She's matured in her age.
Yes.
Power Rangers
right.
moves on.
Moving on. Yo-Yo's taking on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I'm going to have to go Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, Ninja Turtles for the win here.
That's it.
Turtle
Okay.
power.
Turtle
Yeah,
Power.
there you go.
All right. Number 46 round. The 46th round. Super Soaker taking on Batman toys.
Super Sucker.
Super Soaker.
Don't get me wrong. I
Super
love Batman. I loved the Batman animated series toys.
We had a Super Soaker comment. Here we go. Super Soaker was revolutionary. A pressurized high-volume water gun was a game changer.
It was.
Thank you, Stephen. We agree.
That was like the first toy that was like similar to a water hose.
I would agree. Super Soaker for me. 3-0.
Okay. Next round. Rollerblades taking on Ribbon Dancer.
Rollerblades.
Ribbon Dancer.
Rollerblades.
Come on.
Sorry, I never played with a ribbon
Come on.
dancer.
I played with a ribbon dancer on rollerblades.
Well, that's not a choice, though.
You can't combine the two, or can you? No,
Nope.
you can't.
We know what to tell Ivy to put in Eric's stocking.
Rollerblades or
No,
ribbon dancer.
A Ribbon Dancer.
Ribbon dancer. That's it. Okay, sorry.
Okay,
It's not the song, and you know it.
All right, to close out this
We're still
round.
in the skipping song, putting Ribbit Dancer in the board.
All right, we're going to close out this round with Uno taking on Transformers. Robots.
Uno.
Uno.
Wow.
Wow, Uno with the unanimous vote here.
What does our crowd have to say about
About to
that?
say the crowd. There's some people in the crowd's going to hate that.
They're going to hate that. Hey, at least they made this bracket. The New Day didn't even include them or Barbie, okay?
Transformers.
So we showed some
robots in
respect.
disguise.
Transformers
Look,
are
there's
awesome.
a whole side quest conversation taking place in the comments right now. I'm living for it. There's been mentions of a squatty potty. Don't ask how that got started.
Oh, is that a toy?
Actually, I'll tell you how it got started. Someone mentioned that you can play Bop It while sitting on the porcelain throne.
That's true.
It's a good toilet toy.
Before we had cell phones, we had Bop It.
That's right.
All right, so that was the end of the second round. We're going to announce our third place winner here.
Yes.
Okay.
Ricky, you want to grab that game of Clue? The thing that everything else is stacked on? Yep.
Wait, did we vote Ribbon Dancer or Rollerblades?
We went rollerblades.
Ivy, I see you're listening. Eric needs a ribbon dancer for Christmas. There's still time.
All right. So, here you go. We had 50 entries into the, you submitted a bracket, and then we would just pick names out at random. What we did here was we put all 50 names into a randomizer, and then first, second, and third names that came up would be your first, second, and third prize winners. The third prize winner of this beautiful game of Clue is my old fun Clue playing buddy, Joe Davis. Joe Davis is our third prize winner.
in the library.
Congratulations, Joe. We will have to take each other on in Clue at some point.
One murder.
Ricky, you're welcome to come join us.
This is also a
No.
new version. Because now there's also Dr. Orchid is now a new player in the game.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I would love maybe that's a YouTube video. You and Joe just playing Clue and yelling at each other.
Yelling at each other, yeah.
In character. We all dress up as a character.
Oh, that'd be good.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
One of us dies and the rest of us figures out how it happened.
Yeah.
I was in the hall. I know because I
I'll
was
be the
there.
dead one.
All right, moving on to
Did
the
you know that was a movie as well, Eric?
What, Clue?
Yes.
Yes, and Psych actually did a episode
Yes.
based on that movie, and they filmed 3 endings.
You know
Yes.
who else was in that movie?
The guy
Rocky Horror.
yeah,
That
Yes.
you haven't watched.
that I haven't watched, yeah.
It's so good. By the way, I took my Covenant movie back.
I was about to say I need to give that back to you.
I took
'Cause
it.
I couldn't
I
find
saw
my
it.
DVD
I
player.
took it back.
I put it there to make sure
It's
I gave
so
it to you.
good.
It's not a not wanting to thing. Our DVD player is stuffed away somewhere.
We're
right
talking
now.
about Tim Curry, by the way, guys.
Yes, Tim Curry.
Who's been in Clue
Home Alone 2.
and Rocky Horror and
Home Alone 2.
and Psych.
And season 2, episode 1 of Psych, where he
Yes.
plays Nigel
So
St.
good.
Nigel.
I'm going to watch The Covenant. I promise.
Okay. Someday.
Sweet 16.
Sweet 16, third
We
round.
got 16 teams left, or 16 toys left.
Okay.
Sure.
All right, here we go. Nerf Vortex Football versus Hot Wheels Matchbox.
Nerf football for me.
Hot Wheels.
I mean, I feel like you could play with the football as a young man or as you get into your teens or even as a dad. That would be something fun to play with your kid, whereas the Hot Wheels are more specifically like when you're a kid, you play with them, but as an adult, you collect them. So I feel like the Nerf football for me is the more, I guess, flexible toy in that sense where you can play with it at any age. You don't get the vote. Read your script.
This is tough.
I am reading it. It says Hot Wheels.
I'm not sure where it's coming from, but there's a voice in my head telling me to vote for Hot Wheels. So I think I'm going to vote for Hot Wheels.
So we put it on Kyle again.
Yeah.
One of us. One of us.
I think the hardest part for me is because, as I said earlier, the reason I didn't vote Legos is because I was an action figure kid. I didn't have. I had Hot Wheels and Micro Machines and Matchbox cars, and I still have them, and I think they're cool. I remember going to the drugstore in the afternoons with my granddad down the street from his shop in Kinley, and he would buy me one, and I think it was something that really meant a lot to me. And then it's like the Nerf football thing, like it was cool for me because I didn't really care for football, but it was a fun thing to throw that you didn't have to be like football.
Didn't have to have a perfect spiral because it's a Nerf. So.
Man, this is tough. Purely nostalgic reasons and just thinking in general it's the best overall, I gotta go Hot Wheels.
Fair enough. All right.
Because it's a whole culture versus if we just said Nerf in general. That would have been even more tough.
Steven said, to be fair, I was not an outdoorsy child.
Well, he said he created entire worlds playing Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels. You could.
Yeah.
I've got all the tracks and everything.
All right.
Also had Johnny Lightnings, too. Y'all remember those. All right, next round. Star Wars toys versus Cabbage Patch Kids.
Man.
I'm going to vote Cabbage Patch Kids here. I mean, I think I had more fun playing with Star Wars toys growing up, but I didn't have the Kenner ones. But like with the Cabbage Patch Kids, I just feel like they're more iconic, and that's what I'm just going to... Like, again, you had people... I know the Star Wars toys have a certain value now because they're collectibles, but just because they're collectible doesn't necessarily mean they're the best toy to me. Whereas I feel like, again, Cabbage Patch Kids had, like... It was like the first, like, Black Friday craze toy, you know?
I'm going to put it on Ashby and say Star Wars. I'm not shutting you off. I was just like, if I don't say it first, she's going to say something, and then I'm going to have to make a choice.
Okay. Man, I have been and remain a Star Wars fan. But I didn't realize that there were toys, I don't think, because my parents never bought them for me.
Stephen Such is going to kill us if we don't.
But I also never owned a Cabbage Patch doll because, again, it was never purchased for me. I know my friends had them, but we never really played with them. This is tough.
If you're going by the comments, there's
Star
only one
Wars
answer.
toys.
There's only one answer if you're looking at the comment section on Facebook right now.
Like, you know, let's make the people happy. Let's go Star Wars.
I think that's fair. I do feel like Steven's going to get his heart broken at some point, but
I just love Steven's
But it's
answer.
just not this round. So.
Star Wars toys, stop debating this.
You're welcome, Steven.
And
other
again,
Steven.
You're wrong. Star Wars toys.
You're welcome, Steven with a PH and Steven with a V.
Yes.
All right. This is going to be a tough one. Bop it. Here it comes again against the little tight cozy coop.
It's not a tough one. It's Bop It. I'm just saying. I mean, y'all can have the little engine go as far as you want them to, but it's Bop It. I mean,
once again, I'm going to go little bop or little.
Little Bop It. I heard it. That's 2 votes.
No,
I heard it. You all heard it here, folks.
We're going with the car. Ashley's got to make the call.
Oh, why is it always me?
You need to vote faster.
Because I had to shut Legos down, so I think you deserve
He has to ride this down all the way through.
I mean, on one hand, I was real bad at Bop It, but on the other hand, I
were you
almost
even
broke
that?
an ankle in the
I was
Little
going to say, were
Tykes
you
Cozy
even that
Coop.
good at riding the Little Tykes Cozy Coop?
Not really.
Again, hang on. You have Bop It. Hold this, please. But then you also have Bop It Extreme.
See, I'm bad at this. I'm bad
It doesn't
at all
matter how
of this.
good
What
you
does
are.
this do?
You can still be. It's still fun. You ain't going to be good at
Roll
it.
it, twist it,
Somebody's picking their
spin
nose while
it,
they're playing this
flick
thing.
it. I'm terrible at this. Make it stop.
But better. Score!
I'll vote Bop It.
Yes, finally.
It annoyed me into voting for it.
I won't bring it out again. It was worth it. We got Little Tykes out.
Okay, next round. I think we just need to skip this one. It's Skip It versus the Hungry Hippo. Hungry Hippo.
I'm going to go Skip It here because I really want to see Bop It versus Skip It in the next round.
Skip it.
I'll say skip it.
Okay, we're going to skip it again now.
I feel like we've unanimously voted on Skip It every time. So what's going to happen when Skip It is up?
Technically, Tonka Truck got a vote in the first round against Skip It. Kyle voted for Tonka Truck. He's a hater.
You know, Steven had a good point when we were talking about Tonka Trucks. If you were small enough and the toy's big enough, you could also ride
That's
Tonka
true.
Trucks.
Because it was metal and it supported you.
Anyhow.
All right. We have Barbie taking on Pokemon trading cards.
Barbie.
I'm going to vote Pokemon here, but I think its time is gone. So yeah.
To be fair, they're both still around.
Sure.
You know?
And both have like giant followings
Yep.
and giant culture beyond just single little items. So
And both are still spinning off content, like current content. So, you know.
Y'all both voted for Barbie? Yeah. Kyle? Okay, cool. All right.
Next round is Plato versus Power Rangers.
Power Rangers.
Plato.
I saw it. You were like, I better get this out for you.
Yep, you better. Yep.
I'm going Power Rangers because I have a whole lot more memories playing with Power Rangers than I do with Plato. Because it was, as we said earlier, it was more than just the toy. The characters in general created so many different afternoons. Pretend you would have a stick and pretend that you had,
Yeah, see, okay, here's the thing. I don't remember playing with Power Ranger toys. I remember playing Power Rangers.
But I think that kind of goes hand in hand.
Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to argue it's the same thing, but I'm just saying I didn't really have Power Ranger toys, but we played Power Rangers all the time. So
Here you go.
Oh, it's my boyfriend, the Green Ranger. So hot. Also, I have met this actor, and he is very nice and very cute.
He's a nice dude.
Hold this.
Okay.
Just gotta push it down.
Oh, there he is. Guest appearance, Jason David Frank, right here on the podcast.
What's up? This is exactly how he looked when I met him.
Put your shield on.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, he doesn't whip the shield on, though. It's morphin' time.
It's morphin' time.
See, isn't that fun, Ashby? Now you've played with Power Rangers.
You're right. That was fun.
Surprise! He tricked you into that.
I came prepared. Look at my shirt. I came prepared to stand. So, all right, moving on.
All right, we're in the regional finals.
No, we're here.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. We got the Ninja Turtles versus the Super Soaker.
I'm going Ninja Turtles all the way. Just y'all can vote it out if you want, but
I'm gonna go Ninja Turtles here too. I could play with Ninja Turtles anywhere.
that's true. I didn't have to wait.
I could not. I couldn't play with the Super Soaker inside if I didn't want to get in trouble. So.
That's true.
That's fair. I'm going to vote Super Soaker on principle.
That was just like hold the shirt down, back straight.
We're going to finish out this round with the Rollerblades versus Uno.
I'm gonna go Uno here. I feel
I'll
like
go Rollerblades.
I feel like Uno. Rollerblades you can't do as an adult. I mean, you can, but you're old and you might break something. But Uno you can play at any age.
I don't know.
Not with that
games.
attitude.
I'm about to say.
Oh, man. I don't know. This is tough. I have a lot of memories of both. I'm going to have to go Rollerblades.
All right, Rollerblades knocks out Uno. All right, now we're moving on to the regional finals.
Yes, we are.
Do we want to announce another winner?
We do. Let's announce our second place winner. Do you want to grab the?
First one was
Skippy Dippy thing. It sounds like something from an Adam Sandler movie.
First one was who won the Clue?
Joe Davis won Clue.
Exciting.
So today, the closest thing you can get to a Skip It is this thing on Amazon called a Skippy Dippy disc. Once again, it sounds like some Adam Sandler.
Dippy. It's Skippy Dippy.
A Skippy Dippy disc.
Skippy Dippy.
And so
Ippy Dippy Dippy
I looked up Skip It, but you had to buy one used on eBay for a whole lot of money. So
sounds right.
We got a Skippy Dippy disc instead.
Okay. I don't think it counts your skips, but that's okay.
That's okay. You're
old
fancy,
enough, so you can count your skips.
Your cell phones can do it now. Your watches can do it
That's
now
right.
for you.
Yeah.
All right, and second prize goes to Jana Rogerson. Congratulations, Jana. Take it to school and let your kids play with it at school.
Yeah, girl.
Or put it on your ankle and go for it. I mean,
that's right.
We do not accept any liability if there's any injuries related to any prizes.
The What the
given
What
out.
podcast does not endorse Skip It in any way or its affiliates, and does not recommend that you skip it.
I just hope to see Jana go to Food Line and just challenge somebody.
Yes,
she's like right now, Skip It challenge. Puts it on and starts going to town in the produce section.
All right, moving on to the regional finals. This is the Elite Eight. We're down to 8. The 8 teams are the 8 toys left. We have Hot Wheels, Star Wars, Bop It, Skip It, Barbie, Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, and Rollerblades. Who would have thought?
Ooh, man, this is crazy.
This is crazy. I mean, I'm surprised Lego didn't go farther, but here we are.
Surprise!
I will say, I was saving an argument against Lego later down the line about how just stupid expensive they are. Now I can't use that argument because y'all voted it out in the first round.
Nothing is safe. Nothing is
Nothing
sacred.
is safe.
Do I get to pick the order of these, or do I just stay in?
Stay in order, yeah.
All right, we got Hot Wheels against Star Wars toys.
I have voted against both these toys all the way through.
Okay, I'm sorry. What is it again?
Hot Wheels versus Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Hot Wheels.
I mean, if I have to vote for one of them, it's Hot Wheels. I mean, I'm going to disappoint Steven here.
Yeah.
Sorry, Steven Such.
If it's me playing with one of them, I'm choosing Star Wars all day. But there is amazing things to go and be said for Hot Wheels.
Yep. So Hot Wheels advances to the final 4.
Okay, this is the battle of the its.
Okay.
Is it bop it or skip it?
Okay, do we go on the count of 3?
Honestly, I think that's fair. Go ahead and get your ideas in your head.
Okay. Let us know when you decided.
I've decided.
I've decided.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Bop it. So 2 bop it's and a skip it.
It's close.
No!
Bop it advances.
Steven, anarchy!
Oh my goodness. This one's going to break my heart, I feel like.
All right,
If you're
the next
not
one.
like joining in live right now and you're listening to this on the podcast later, like I suggest going back and just reading the comments from
Yeah,
this episode.
100%.
I want to go through and read the comments.
Yeah. They're delightful.
Steven Such is calling for anarchy.
Yeah.
The fact that Star Wars
did
voted out
not
now.
win. Oh, man.
All right. This is going to be a tough one here, too, now. We got the Power Rangers versus Barbie.
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 You
Wah, wah.
You didn't even let me argue.
You can
the
argue all you
merits.
Don't like. I just say like both are iconic. Barbie's more iconic.
You didn't have fun playing with Barbies growing up. You had fun playing with Power Rangers growing up, sir.
But to be fair, like my sister had so much fun playing with Barbie versus my time was spent across multiple things.
All right. Whatever.
Look, Barbie can be anything.
It really can.
She can be anyone. She can be
Very
president.
much like
she can
Ninja
be a
Turtles.
vet. She can be a fireman.
I had a fireman Ninja Turtle. I had probably a politician Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, what have the Power Rangers ever been?
Yeah,
Just
they were
Power
just Power
They've been to
Rangers.
space. There was a whole series about it. Had the Ninja Turtles ever
That's
been to
fair.
space?
Yes, actually, they have.
Oh, they have? I've never seen it.
Barbie's been to space.
It's
She was
in
an
multiple
astronaut.
comic books and cartoons.
Oh, comics don't count.
It was in the cartoon series you watched growing up. They went and wrestled other characters in space.
Was it in space or in Dimension X? Because that's not space.
It was
Okay.
in space.
Okay.
They had to fight or wrestle some other characters that look kind of similar to them.
Interesting.
Okay, last but not least, Ninja Turtles, Rollerblades.
Ninja Turtles. Again, it's a culture thing beyond just one singular toy. I get it, Rollerblades is big too. I understand that. But I feel like there were people that could enjoy Rollerblades and people that just could not, period. Versus Ninja Turtles, anybody could join in on the fun with that. Very much the same way you could enjoy every single type of toy. You could even have Ninja Turtle rollerblades or roller skates. I had a pair.
See what we did here? We let Kyle explain his case here, and we didn't just vote out loud. So
I'm still going
Ashby-
to vote rollerblades.
And I am too.
So that's fine.
Rollerblades.
I knew they weren't going to make it in the end. And I feel like part of that's out of spite now.
It's not. It's
I
not.
feel like there is. Eric's like, you know what? Power Rangers, I don't get to talk about it. Fine.
Nope.
Your Ninja Turtles are out of here. Gone.
Rollerblades. I had more fun playing with them than I did the Turtles growing up. So
I mean, I still would love a good pair of rollerblades. If anyone out there's listening and wants to buy me a Christmas gift, rollerblades. I'm probably like a size 8, if I had to guess.
I had a pair. Brandon and his mom threw them away.
So I said, I went to go look for our original Candyland game, and apparently my mom has trashed that. So
wow.
yeah, rude.
Honestly, rude.
Memories just out the door in the trash.
Ricky.
All right, final four. Hot Wheels Matchbox cars versus Bop It.
Oh, we'll do the final four, and then we'll do the grand prize winner after the
Okay.
final four. All right, so Hot Wheels versus Bop It.
I'm
gonna
allowing
go.
you time to talk.
I'm gonna go Hot Wheels. Okay, I'm not a big fan of Bop It, and Hot Wheels, like, I know Bop It's iconic, but Hot Wheels are iconic. Like, I literally just bought my friend's kid Hot Wheels for his birthday because that's what he asked for.
94
like, he's
cents.
5. You know what I'm saying? Like, still a popular
Ricky
toy.
brings up a very good point.
94
It's a
cents.
very inexpensive
Yes.
toy.
Yes.
That
that
is-
have not gone up. There's different models that can go up. Don't get me wrong, but, at
but
the
you
same
can
time,
still get a really good toy for about $1.
Die-cast.
You
That's
can't say that about any other toy. Right
that's
now.
true.
Die-cast.
But
You
it's
can't
not,
get a ball
but it's
that
not,
cheap now.
but it's not the most inexpensive toy. It's the greatest toy. So does cheap equal great? And that's what I'm trying to figure
I
out.
feel like cheap is the wrong word. Maybe inexpensive.
Yeah.
Cheap is derogatory.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Inexpensive.
I'm letting you talk.
Affordable.
I'm undecided here. I really am.
I mean, I know my answer, but I want to let you talk.
I'm undecided here. So, I mean, I'll let you vote here, and then I'll...
I think Bobbit is awesome and it's fun, but Hot Wheels is much more iconic toy, and it's something that, same way you go through, you don't find a Bobbit aisle, you find a Hot Wheels aisle that takes up literally an entire aisle of just different types, or even just competitor companies that make something similar. But I don't know. I think about it, whereas Rickie grew up in a totally different generation than we did, but he still talks about his Hot Wheels toys that he still has to this day, versus a lot of us that maybe
Medline tires.
Yeah, some of us that maybe would have had Boppets. It was cool, and we let it go. But even now, we want to play with it. So now that Eric's bought one or has one, we definitely want to still play with it. But I think overall, it's much more iconic.
I think it's Hot Wheels as well. I think we're unanimous here.
Yeah, I'm still voting Hot Wheels, but Ivy has magnanimously agreed to help me learn how to enjoy playing Bop It.
Yay!
I look forward to that.
Seems that says you wouldn't be undecided if Star Wars toys was an option, but no.
But no.
No, I would have voted Bop It over Star Wars.
He also
toys.
said, well, great, I could have gone to bed an hour ago.
He's waiting to see if he wins the prize.
All right. Last on the list, Barbie versus Rollerblades.
Ooh,
I'm going Barbie
Barbie.
Yeah, Barbie.
for just the pure reason of same way with Hot Wheels. It's iconic forever.
I kind of want to take this wrestling buddy home.
That's fun. I have a Ninja Turtle one in
Very
the other room as well.
comfortable. It's a good armrest.
I have a Leonardo one that's in just as great a shape because I didn't wrestle him either.
Where was this thing back when I didn't have a boyfriend?
It was in my closet, probably.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, so we need to announce the grand prize winner.
Yep. First off, thanks again to all of you
Thank
amazing
you
people.
for everything, just being a part of this.
Yeah, this
And
was fun. We had a lot of really good debate and comments and jokes.
Absolutely, and the best part again is just seeing like the disagreements. I mean, not necessarily the best part, but like everyone has a really awesome opinion, and it's all based on your experience growing up. So I really enjoy that. Rickie, can you grab the grand prize?
Everything.
Everything else that's on that table.
Yeah, let me
Except
get
for
that-
my iPad.
Let me get a slinky.
Nope, put my iPad down.
We had a few toys that never made it to the bracket that you guys were wonderful enough to vote on.
Yeah, R.I.P. Simon.
my Sky Dancer.
Simon.
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
Oh, well. You see it?
Nope.
It's right up under your feet there.
Oh. Nope.
So for our grand
find
prize, we have a Rubik's Cube. We also have a Omega Brain yo-yo. We have a generic brand Slinky. We also have a Nerf Vortex football. And there's a small bouncy ball that honestly we didn't put in there, but it came free with the Slinky, so we're going to give that to you as well. But I feel like, yeah, one of those, like that you would beg your parents for like a quarter or 50 cents to buy at any restaurant as you were leaving as a child.
Pizza Inn.
Pizza Inn
Honestly,
especially.
it should have made the list, honestly.
Yeah. If a stick and a tire could make the New Day podcast, a small rubber ball could have made ours.
Did you ever bounce that thing so hard
Yes.
and then watch it bounce around the room and then see your life flash before your eyes when it rocketed towards something that your mother found valuable and you were like, this is it, this is the end of everything, and then it missed it and you were like, oh,
Do it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, a gift card, right?
Yes, we're doing a $50 Amazon gift card on top of all of these awesome toys. If you would, whoever our winner is, share some pictures of you or whoever, playing with these things or just enjoying them.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the best part about this. Sure, there's a gift card and you'll be able to buy whatever you want to with it. But something we wanted to do is because we could have given away just, monetary prizes. But there's a part of this that we want you to get a little bit nostalgic and just, flashback to your childhood some with this and some of these toys and prizes. So, yeah.
So, grand prize winner out of 50 entries into our contest, Miss Karen Witt
Woo!
is the grand prize winner. Thank you for everyone for participating. We'll get these prizes out to you shortly in the next week or so. And we're very appreciative of all of your support. So thank you for playing. And now.
All right. This comes down to these two toys you guys have picked out stand the test of time because I remember these toys and I'm a year old. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you guys represented these toys really good. So we're down to the Matchbox, Hot Wheel cars, and Barbie.
You know, I just want to say that for all of the like sort of weird things that we thought maybe were going to be staples that got voted out early, we really did manage to take it down to two iconic toy brands.
And you know what? Like this, I think, was just predestined into our mindset. Because as children, when you begged your mom to go to McDonald's, you would get a Happy Meal.
Yep.
And they would say, is it for a boy or for a girl? And you would either get a Hot Wheel or a Barbie in there. We've literally just created a kids meal prize selection here.
That's fair. For just historical purposes, Hot Wheels defeated Polly Pocket, Monopoly, Nerf Football, Star Wars Toys, and Bop It to get here. Barbie defeated Rubik's Cubes, Beanie Babies, Pokemon cards, Power Rangers, and Rollerblades.
That's right.
That's big on both sides.
Yes. We're both kind of all of us are kind of speechless. I'm going to vote.
Wait. Before you do this,
boy.
What if we put a Star Wars character in a Hot Wheel car? Will that make the guy there happy?
Probably.
Or just a Star Wars themed car.
What brand was the Millennium Falcon? Was it a Hot Wheel or was it a Matchbox? I mean,
I'm pretty sure there's a Hot Wheel out there with Jar Jar Binks on it. Just saying.
Just saying.
Sadly, probably.
All right. So
I say do a countdown.
Okay.
Yeah, we just vote at the same time. I think we've heard the arguments. We know what,
Yeah.
So let's just vote at the same time.
We're going to count it down to 5 then. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Barbie.
Wheels. Did y'all both go Barbie?
I did.
All right.
That was really tough.
She's beauty and she's grace.
Honestly, I would just say, I think there's just part of it that you could have a dual winner there. Because it honestly just depends on what you play with growing up, which one you would choose.
And you got to look at it this way, too. You actually picked a boy and a girl toy.
Yeah.
So actually, both of them won.
And to be fair, you could be whichever and play with either one. Because there's tons, Sky is literally going to have tons of cars growing up.
Yeah, that's true.
It's going to be instilled in her. But
I think if we were to do this 10 times, I think we'd get Barbie in the finals more often than anything else.
True.
Just based on where it's bracketed and what it's up against. Hot Wheels almost got voted out in the first round. If I went with Polly Pocket, Hot Wheels wouldn't have made it. But Barbie consistently 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. It was 2-1 against Power Rangers, but then 3-0 against Rollerblades. It just dominated the competition all the way through. It only had one vote against it the whole way. 2, including my vote for Hot Wheels here. So
I will say, especially too, I mentioned it earlier about how if you go to the toy store or go to a toy aisle in a store, you have Hot Wheels that takes up a giant portion of an aisle.
Yep.
You can literally just go down a few aisles over and it's a pink aisle, and you just know it's all Barbie.
All Barbie.
Yeah.
The same way that Erica, when she voted for Power Wheels to win, but it was specifically a Barbie Corvette Power Wheel. It wasn't so much the fact of it being a Power Wheel; it was the fact of growing up and being a Barbie toy that was important to her. Same way, like I said earlier, when my sister kind of got out of the age of playing with Barbie dolls, I still wanted to play, I'd have my Ninja Turtles or my Power Rangers or G.I. Joes in her playset because it was so much cooler than anything we had. So,
well, that was the wonder of toys. It wasn't just sticking with one particular brand and recreating what you saw on TV. That's where the creativity came in, was taking your Power Rangers, taking the Barbies, taking the Ninja Turtles, taking your X-Men action figures, taking whatever, and creating your own stories in your own imagination. I think we have a very deserving winner here. Which, again, it blows my mind. Barbie didn't even make the New Day bracket, which they lamented once they realized it. But I think we've done Barbie some justice today. So.
That's right.
I like some of these comments, too, because we're getting a lot of good comments. Like Steve Evans said, Barbie and Hot Wheels are both the face of the toy industry. generically speaking. Steven Such even just said, like, I think that Barbie is an icon, or I think is what he said, some along those lines.
Yeah.
He said it's an empire.
An empire, that's right, yeah.
Yeah. And then Stephen Evans said Mattel owns it all now anyway.
Pretty much, I mean.
And Stephen Such also said that it is a fair consolation prize.
Yeah.
He feels like if we have Star Wars Hot Wheels. That was back when we were having that conversation.
I will say, Barbie could never do this.
I mean,
I'm not 100% sure that she can.
Yeah. Barbie can take her head off.
Yeah.
True.
I'm just not. I'm not 100% that haven't made Barbie like Power Rangers. Like
that, that there's a crossover we all need to see.
I mean, I don't want to count that out. Like I feel like they've made Barbie nearly every.
Jason
Barbie's
David
done
Frank
everything.
as Ken.
Yes.
I had a Barbie that you could spray her hair and it would go from blonde to pink.
Mm-hmm. And we also had Hot Wheels cars that you put in warm or cold water, and they would go from different colors.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow.
So I definitely think it was two amazing choices in the end.
Absolutely.
Definitely, if you were just to give me all of them up front, I wouldn't have picked either one of them to be my top choice.
I'm honestly, like, I voted for things tonight that I didn't vote for when I first filled out the bracket. I mean, just because it's just so close and it could have gone either way. Again, on my original bracket, I voted Polly Pocket over Hot Wheels.
Look, surprising
You
no
know?
one in my original bracket had Ribbon Dancer going all the way.
That's fair. That's fair.
I still feel like we need to get a set of those. Like Eric got the Bop It for us to do maybe for like Facebook or a YouTube short and just have some fun with it.
Yes.
I think we also need one of us like, we got these new lights now for like where we can do videos. They also turn colors, do all sorts of things. We should each do our own interpretive dance like here with all the lights flashing and everything else.
Absolutely.
That'd be
I
nice.
think my bracket I filled out had Barbie and Hot Wheels.
Did it? See, Rick,
And the Hot Wheels won in my I think
Sure.
that was my bracket choice.
I've got it. Hang on.
Oh, okay. It was either that or G.I. Joe.
See, I keep the receipts. So.
That's right. Eric does.
Kyle Daltrey, Rickie Liles. In Rickie Liles' finals, he had Hot Wheels over Power Rangers. He had Power Rangers beating Barbie.
Yeah, okay.
And he also had Power Rangers beating Turtles in the Final Four. And Hot Wheels beating Tonka in the Final Four. So.
Yeah. So
Okay.
But he had Hot Wheels. He picked the winner. Him and we had a few Hot Wheels winners. So,
Yeah.
in fact, I can tell you
Very close.
exactly who predicted the correct matchup if y'all want. But so this is our last episode of our holiday season.
Yes.
And we're going to be taking another hiatus going into 2022, but we will be back sometime in the spring, gearing up for another season. We'll be announcing that on the social medias during that time. We'll make an announcement of what episodes are to come and what season. Did y'all enjoy this bracket format? Like just being able to pick winners and having discussions, and I felt like it went. Like when we did the Disney Pixar, it went forever, but I think we also had some internet issues with that.
Yeah.
And we were also trying to do it on YouTube. This went a lot smoother. Like I feel like it went really quick.
Yeah.
Like is it 11 o'clock yet?
Nope. It's 9:11.
I mean, it's not even 9:30, which is crazy
Yeah.
to me. So.
Well, I think too, it definitely helped having Ashby here versus she was online arguing, and that's how we ended up pulling her in, like to be in all of the future episodes.
That's fair.
But
Yes,
but I think it's a lot easier having three versus having two people
absolutely.
because you're a lot easier to be swayed and just say, okay, well you said it, cool, I'll go with it.
Well,
versus,
and then you have a definitive winner, whereas if me and you were tied, we have to wait for the comments and stuff like that. So, but yeah, Kevin Strickland picked Hot Wheels to win. Kyle Daltrey and Ricky picked Hot Wheels to win, and they might have been the only ones.
how about Barbie?
Barbie, Casey Wright had Barbie. Jana Rogerson had Barbie. We had, I've already said Casey already. Christy Barbie said Barbie. So we had three people pick Barbie as well. So had a nice little, mix of different winners picked. So.
Cool.
Well, if y'all like the bracket, and those of you in Facebook world, if you like the bracket thing, we might do the bracket in each season moving forward.
Sure.
Who knows? I mean, we'll find excuses to do it if we need to. I think it's a great idea. We loved seeing everyone's participation. We love being able to give away stuff too. If you want us to be able to give away more stuff, we'd love to have more, viewers and listeners and people connected to us on the social media. So please share this with people that you think would enjoy it and tell them to get involved and listen to one of our 110 plus episodes that we have in the archives, and there's something in there for everybody. So,
Yeah. Also, Stephen Evans said great job to Rickie as the moderator.
Yeah, Rickie, good job.
It's been great to have Rickie back.
And a big thank you to Hunter Batten for putting this bracket
100%.
together. I literally sent him a list of 100 toys.
Yeah.
And he was able to navigate and put in my opinion, a very well-balanced bracket together.
Yes.
So thank you, Hunter, for all of your help there as well. Final words, y'all? Final plugs?
Don't think so. Merry Christmas.
Have a Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
We're just days away at this point.
We'll see you guys in 2022.
Yep. If you want to go back and listen to this audio, I will be posting it at some point this week as the last episode of our podcast. And you can go back and listen to it at any point on, again, Spotify, Apple, Stitcher, or wherever it is you get your podcast. So check them out on their social medias. Check me out on mine if you'd like to in the meantime. We'll be back sometime in the spring, so keep in touch with us at What the What Media on Facebook and Instagram. And, big thank you to Rickie Liles for his contributions to our lives and this podcast. We appreciate you. Yeah, so until next time, folks, stay as cool as the other side of the pillow. And we will see you next season on the What the What podcast.
What the what?
Bye.
Merry Christmas.